Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to a Bible for Talk with me, Dwayne Brown. Today, not a great day. It's a little chilly, so this shirt coming pretty handy. We will be continuing the reading of the Hidden Truth Reveal. We're in the third book. Third book is The Truth About the Rapture. And let's dig into it. Let's continue from the last few sentences on the previous thing. I'll make sure I found where I was before I open up the book. If Revelation 14:4 calls the 144,000 the first fruit unto God and to the Lamb to be redeemed among men, rapture them who are those people who are supposed to be raptured before the tribulation. All right, took versus taken. Now that the first trumpet is blown, let's clear up some false doctrine about who is left behind when Christ returns. And we don't want you to be deceived by the image to the beast when they try to get you to believe that Christ is in the secret chamber of the desert. What is the secret chamber of the desert? I gotta look that up. See if there's any information about that. Matthew 24 verse 37 to 41. But as the day of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood come, and took them away. See? So took is the ones that die, and taken is the ones that live. Okay. And took them away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken. I guess that one taken away. People think it's taken up to heaven, but according to what it's saying, if you go upon Noah's stuff, taken is that person will die. And I guess taken to where we had read earlier about where the crows go, that where the body is, where the crows will be feasting upon kings, queens, bond, not bond. Okay, taking them there. Okay, let's see. Then shall we be in the field. The one shall be taken, and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, and one shall be taken, and one shall and the other left. Luke chapter 17, verse 26 to 36. Give a similar account of Matthew 24, 37 to 41. But Luke makes it clear as to whom the flood took away. Luke clearly shows that the ones taken away were the ones destroyed by the flood. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm saying. My brother bring verses, bro. Luke chapter 17, verse 26 to 36. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They eat, they drink, they married wives, and they were given to marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood come, and destroy them all. Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot. They did eat, they drink, they bought, they sold, they planned, they built. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. See? So the ones that's taken is destroyed. Okay. In that day he which shall be upon the housetop, and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Remember Lot's wife. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. Powerful. This right here. Powerful. Try to remember this, man. Try to remember this. This life that we live in is not for us. This life is for the Father. So it's not your job to try to save your life when it comes to Him. Don't go and say, oh, I can't do this because you know what? This might happen, that might happen. Don't worry about it. It's not your job to worry about it. The Father's going to keep you safe. If it's His will for you not to be saved, then that's what it is. And always remember, although you may lose it, you will gain it and gain it more abundantly. But don't give it saying you won't give it up, but you ain't doing the will of the Father. That's in vain. Like almost suicide. The Father's not a fan of that. Alright, where was I? Okay, let's start back from there. Whosoever shall seek to save his right place. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. And whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. I tell you, in the night there shall be two men in one bed. The one shall be taken, and the other shall be left. Two women shall be grinding together. The one shall be taken, and the other left. Two men shall be in the field. One shall be taken, the other left. See? Taken, left. Now, left is what you desire you should be, because taken is destroyed. Now, what does the Bible say about who was left behind and who was alive and remained? In the days of Noah, Genesis 7 verse 23 says, and every living substance was destroyed which was upon the face of the ground, both men and cattle, and the creeping things, and the fowls of the heaven. And they were destroyed from the earth, and Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark. I always wonder, what about the things in the sea? Did they survive? Thought. I guess they survived. Probably had a lot of food to eat too. Okay, where was I? Let me start from here. And they were destroyed from the earth, and Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark. Scriptures plainly states that Noah and his family are the ones who were alive and remain, just like the Bible describe what will happen to believers in 1 Thessalonians 14:17. People, once again, I cannot stress this enough. Pause the video, write down these books if you have to, and write it down. If you have to write it down, and later on you could continue and read it, look it up, read it while you're watching the video. get an understanding. Always read a little bit above, a little bit below, so you can get context, and stay within it. You know, it's the best thing to do to help you with this. 1 Thessalonians 4 verse 17, it reads, "Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the cloud, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord." In order for the beast to deceive people into believing that Christ is in the secret chamber or in the desert, I gotta find out where is that secret chamber. He has to first make you believe that people will be living on earth after the Lord returns. In order for that to happen, you must believe that the saints are taken to meet the Lord in the air, and the wicked ones are left behind. People have bought this doctrine hook, line, and sinker, and have been teaching others to believe it so. The word taken found in Matthew 24 verse 40 to 41 and Luke 17 verse 34 to 36 has been used to suggest that believers will be taken from the earth to meet the Lord in the air, and that the non-believers will be left behind and remain on the earth. Wrong. Look at this a little closer. Matthew chapter 18 verse 16. People, once again, write down each book, verse, chapter. Read it while watching the video. And also keep it for later on, man. Build your own case. Get a better understanding. Write these verses and books down, man. It's very important. Matthew 18 verse 16 reads, "In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. Therefore, let us establish the word by using both Matthew and Luke's account of the form of the word taken. If we only had the account that is written in Matthew 24 verse 39, which reads, and knew not until the flood come and took them all away, then it would be easy to conclude that the flood took Noah and his family away. But when we look at the account in Luke 17 verse 27, which reads, and the flood come and destroy them all, it concludes with it concede with Genesis 7 and gave clarity to who the flood come and took away. Luke 17:27 tells us that the flood actually destroyed them all. So that way you wouldn't get no discrepancy on which actually means save and which actually means destroy. This way the ones that get taken away is destroyed. Straight to the point. No misunderstanding. Who the flood come and took away. Luke chapter 17 verse 27 tells us that the flood actually destroyed them all. Those who were eating and drinking and marrying, etc. We also see a similar account concerning the days of Lot in Luke 17:28 to 29. It reads, Luke 17:28-29. People, please, I cannot stress this enough. Pause the video. Go and read it on your own. It reads, likewise also as it was in the day of Lot, they did eat, they drink, and bought, they sold, they planned, they built. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. So the one that stayed got destroyed. Matthew 24 verse 39b reads, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Luke chapter 17 verse 30 read, even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. So Matthew 24 verse 39b and Luke 17 verse 30 both say that when Christ returns, the same thing is going to happen to the unrighteous as in the day of Noah when the flood come, them all away. No, I missed that wrong. The unrighteous as in the day of Noah where the flood took them all away, etc. Example, destroy them all. And this was also illustrated in the day of Lot when fire and brimstone destroy them all. So if the verb took is subliminous with the word destroy, then why do we change the meaning of the form of the verb took and when the Bible used the word taken? The context is the same because it is showing the comparison. So because of the comparison, the context of the discussion didn't change. It compares, not contracting similar events. We are comparing what happened in the day of Noah and the day of Lot. Day of Lot with what will happen when Christ returns. At Christ's coming, the form of the verb took has changed to taken because of the subject verb agreement and not because the context has changed. Therefore, we should expect the same result. If took means destroy, then shouldn't taken means destroy? Let's see. If took means destroy, then shouldn't taken means destroyed? When it is used within the same conversation. So, how do we come up with a doctrine that suggests that the wicked will be alive and remain on earth and the believers are taken? Why do we flip the meaning of the same verb within the same discussion just because the form is changed? We must apply the same meaning of the verb took when the word taken is used. Same verb, different form, same meaning. So when we read Matthew 24 verse 40 to 41 and Luke 17 verse 34 to 36, we see that the word taken means that the wicked folks in the days of Noah and Lot were all destroyed. So shall it be at the coming of the Son of Man. All except a few people, as in the day of Noah and Lot, will be destroyed. All right. He gave a lot. I'm going to stop for the reading for today right now for that. He gave a lot on taken and took. But a lot of, if you watch a lot of movies, it shows that the one that been taken up and the one that left behind is the one that is the wicked ones, and the ones that took is the ones that is the good ones. But if you read text, and he gave a few texts, it shows otherwise, and that's the difference with the counterfeit doctrine, as he said, versus the real doctrine. We as believers, and I always said, man, we have to be the one that go out there and pick up our text and read our text, because most pastors that they have, especially here where I'm at, they go to colleges and they get the teaching and learn the teaching there. I mean, even now people could be ordained. Imagine that you could be ordained and marry people under God, and all you gotta do is go online and become ordained. Ridiculous. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. And we as believers have to understand we're going to have to go against the grain, because the grain is going against us. You know what I mean? We can't just change our situation, change our position and be like, oh, okay, since everybody's going this way, let me go that way. What that makes you? That means you never actually had roots. You know what I mean? You have to have roots. So when that wind come and the rain come and water come and sun comes and storm come, no matter what come your way, you got strong root. As a tree, you're gonna fall back. You might fall back as far as touching the ground, but you get a firm, good root in there and a strong trunk. And then once that wind ease up, you pop right back up. Yeah, remember back home, Akia used to do something like that. And a little small one like that, but this big, you pulling it back, trying to break it. That thing there is, oh boy, Akia. Yeah, but we have to grow root, and we have to stop allowing people to preach to us. If you accept the Father and you accept His ways, man, stop letting people preach you and start to teach you. Tell me you want to accept the role like as how the disciple was like to Christ. I mean, let your pastor teach you the word and teach you the things of the word, and not just preaching to you on every Sunday. Teach, and that way the people in his building is going to actually get. It's going to be more stronger. And by he teaching, you're going to keep running through that book, and he's going to get more knowledge, even to the people what they give him there. If he's actually true, faithful, and actually really and truly want to do the work of the Father, the Holy Spirit is going to come and reveal unto him. And even if he don't, the Holy Spirit still could use him if you're going to ask him for teach. Because it's the same way the Father make a donkey talk, he could use anybody to drop a gem onto you to help give you revelation. So get them to teach you and not preach to you. All right. Thank you once again for joining. Thank you once again for joining Bible for Talk with me, Dwayne Brown. Until next time, please do come again. Like, share, subscribe.